D-pushing abilities in the game. Really long range, high amount of damage. And at 340 nuke damage, once he gets to level 7, is going to be made all the more powerful when you include Ice, who is currently in some serious trouble. He does manage to get a pretty decent stomp. He starts right-clicking now. Chrissy, that's going to be a kill. If they can actually control him up, they will be able to get it. Mushi executes the Elder Titan in return, but it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade-off. Very favorable for Vici Gaming. If only poor Ice didn't have to wait a full minute to revive. That's the life you live against a Necrophos.
1/6 of the game, you've just been dead. Good times.
Yeah. Necrophos is an absurd hero.
It's not
Not
that
overpowered,
it's
just different.
It's just annoying. You just like doubles your respawn time. It's 6 minutes into the game. You're spent like a minute dead.
You die to Necrophos, you're just like, well, go to the bathroom.
Somebody could die right now and he would still revive faster than Ice.
And that is going to be, we didn't get into it too much, but the difference between Silencer and Necrophos, you said during the draft they're similar in style in that they both draw a lot of attention, but Necrophos is tankier and does offer very specific win scenarios, right? Because of the way that the Ags, and even just the extra 30 works, Reaper side.
Incredibly annoying. When you buy back and, you still have to deal with the extra 30 seconds anyway. But DJ is going to get caught here in the jungle. Last time this rotation was pretty successful, but this time around, everybody from Vici is ready for this one. Do they have the damage to kill him? One more hit, he gets rooted even.
Oh no, the coil comes out, and DJ Splinter Blast. Nice play from FY. He finds it towards the tail end, and he will be dying here unless the stomp comes in. Oh my god, that's beautiful. With the wand going out, FY is actually going to be able to turn this around. He actually gets a Splinter Blast out, still caught by the troll. Maybe he shouldn't have turned for that one. Gets himself in the trees, run down eventually. Ohio will pick up the double kill, but now Super is here, and they can actually kill Ohio. The stomp goes out during the tornado, hits mid-1. Now they can focus on killing Ohio, while Fenrir is able to trap up mid-1, who's got no more mana left after that EMP, and his phase shift is not going to be enough to be able to save him against Super, unless the wand, he gets into the trees, but he doesn't have a TP out. He's going to be stuck here for so long. Fenrir eventually is going to roll on in, hits him, collides for the kill. Back up the top lane, though. Burning is sitting invis right now. They do have a TP rotation out from FY. Mushi does back out at the right time, though.
And that was so well done by everybody on Vici. Last time, because of the type of heroes that they had to concede a lot of control to the Chen in their jungle. But this time around, and what they realize is, okay, the Radiant safe lane isn't that safe. But now you bring everybody that you possibly can, kill the Chen as soon as you can before he grabs momentum, and just stop them in their tracks before they get any sort of momentum going. That was a pretty decent fight too. Like, the lone druid hit 4 roots in a row, just like knocking people in place, but it didn't seem to really matter just because everybody from Vici came. And you saw how effective that Splinter Blast was, the early levels of it. So we got 3 levels of it. He even has his ultimate now just 9 minutes into the game. Compare that and contrast to the other 2 supports. That's a level 5 Chen. A lot of time farming. Shadow Shaman, who's almost exclusively been pulling.
And that's something that the power of their aggro dual lane really offers you, right? Is because you're able to, first of all, run a dual lane at bottom, but you're also drawing a lot of tension up to the top lane. This gives the Winter Wyvern more opportunities to actually split experience with the Morph lane or keep people up top. Yeah, they want to be able to stop these tier 1 tower pushes. As we talked about, the Winter's Curse is going to be laid out. Chrissy's going to get blown up, it looks like, as they wait for him in. Burning is dropped low, though. He managed to morph into strength real quickly, though, and he's going to be back up to plenty of HP. Mushi runs himself out, and they do manage to keep that tier 1 tower alive. Not quite in deny range, as that would have been the ideal opportunity for. Still, a very good hold nonetheless.
And pretty intense right now from Vici. You notice, this almost reminds me of TI4 newbie or even MVP yesterday, where okay, so they take the fight at bottom, but instead of farming, they immediately just poke their way up top.
Yeah,
because they know that that's going to be the next target. That's high level play for them to think like that.
Yeah, we were talking about how just recently, how with the meta kind of speeding up, we look past to TI4 and the kind of changes that teams made mid-tournament, right, to adjust to a certain kind of playstyle. And one of the big things right now is this tournament is already setting up to be incredibly fast tempo, and the team that basically plays the fastest oftentimes is going to be dominating their group. We saw that from MVP, and we did see that from Fnatic in game number 1. Vici Gaming are responding really well to this aggression, though. Set up the right kind of heroes to be able to provide early stoppers in this momentum that Fnatic should be gaining out of taking towers, and they're also rotating pretty freely, making sure not to stick in one lane and farm too much.
No, it's been really good overall. And This time around, you see the switch. Invoker gonna go for the true Quaswex build, as I like to call it.
Nice
Top,
deny.
FY. He's getting really low though. He's got to kind of worry about this.
He knows he's just above. In fact, Mushi won't have enough damage on FY to be able to execute him. He's got to dodge this boulder. He'll be fine though. True Quaswex build being Orchid build where you can just go around, run around picking off people.
Earn Orchid. Pretty fast because he's been involved in so many kills. His net worth is still behind that of the Necro, but good news to them is that their Morphling is doing really well. This time around, this was not a luxury that they had, but at bottom Ohio.
Another hero that is very susceptible to Winter's Curse, and you see it. FY almost able to finish off Ohio by himself. Of course, Super will have to take the last hit instead, and DJ, Chrissy is still going to die as well, so Vici Gaming, another excellent rotation by them. Both the Chen and the Lone Druid have shown themselves to be pretty well countered by the Winter Wyvern. Both the Splinter Blast that we talked time and time again, but the Winter's Curse, being able to catch the Chen next to his creeps or the Lone Druid next to his bear.
The game is looking really brutal right now, Fnatic. All of these counter rotations to stop wherever the Chen is. You notice that Fenrir is mirroring him. Anytime he sees DJ, he shows up on the map and gonna get silenced, but I don't think they have enough to kill him.
Yeah, unfortunately there's just 10 mana shy for Fenrir to actually get a kick in. If they did have that, maybe they could have comboed it up with the EMP and killed the puck. As it is, they just get some chip damage on that tier 1 tower. Ice is going to have a great game as well. He's already got himself a Hand of Midas, just needs 1 or 2 more of these hits. And that'll be a great progression. As an offlaner, Elder Titan, I think, is one of the heroes that benefits a lot from some of those mid-game utility items.
They're doing a really good job of finding space as a whole. Not even about rotating as 5, it's more just that they're showing 3 on one end, 2 on the other, and they're keeping Fnatic constantly off balance. Fnatic's wondering, okay, is this guy truly alone? Are they just going to have a bunch of people as soon as we make this rotation? And that's what you want to do as a competitive team. You want the other team to second-guess themselves. You're seeing Fnatic do that right now. DJ's just going from lane to lane, but he's projecting a lot. Like, okay, the top lane pushed didn't work. Well, I guess this time I'll go bottom because it worked last game. We're not really seeing that this time around, and that doesn't get refreshed.
Yeah, if he'd actually managed to keep up that ultimate on Shadow Shaman, he probably would have ticked out. He gets away. More wards.
Bad news right now for Fnatic is got such a similar lineup. The puck, I think, is an improvement overall. The Necro take depends on what they can do with the game, but they still have to be the aggressor. Still want a tempo set when you've got a hero like Chen, Puck. You want to take these fights. So they're going to go for the Smoke Ink right now. The Roshan with the wards dropped. I feel like you want to take a real objective here because Roshan doesn't game break anything for them. Safe objective for them.
This replicate from the Morphling could have potentially caused them some issues, but it does take out at the right time, and Fnatic are able to jump inside the pit. Vici Gaming are none the wiser. They'll be able to take it with the Serpent Ward.
Really safe, but I guess you give it to your Necro. Or your
They have so much vision around this.
Because they knew it was going to happen. They knew that it was bound to, but unfortunately for Vici, they're just not set up for it. They must be wondering, like, what's going on.
Yeah, they realize it now. They're going to start rotating, but it's going to be too late. Fenrir might get a kickoff, but Fnatic should be able to get that. The Aegis is still in there. Fenrir's going to jump in, try and force it. DJ is going to be forced to actually pick up the Aegis himself, and Fenrir now really far forward is going to be taken out. Tries to throw out the silence, but Midwan managed to get the counter initiation on both Super and FY. Winter's Curse gets laid out, controlling Ohio for the time being. They're going to send him back. Midwan, though, is not having a good time dealing with this Elder Titan. Almost managed to burst him down entirely with the nukes and the urn. The Splinter Blast comes in, phase shift. Going to be able to dodge that at the last second, and Burning not going to be able to find an opportunity for a kill. And Fnatic actually now trying to go back in, but the waveform comes in. They're going to be able to take out the Shadow Shaman. Minwan's still quite low, but he's going to play it aggressively straight into Super. Doesn't work out, though, and Super now has to stay one step ahead of Ohio. The Cold Embrace comes into play, and Fnatic, definitely not a fight they should have turned around on. They could have accepted the fact that he just got an Elder Titan and killed Roshan, but turning to fight that with such low HP on so many heroes, and costing them 4.
That was so sloppily done too. They knew that the Roshan was about to die and the puck was nearby, but we talked about it was going to be Mushi that they wanted to give it to, so he could be the frontliner for them. They left it on the ground for so long, and Fenrir's just like, alright guys, I'm just gonna go for this. And that's the best possible scenario. You force a 10 to pick up the Aegis. What is that hero gonna do for you?
Absolutely nothing.
So even with the Aegis, Fnatic were just outpositioned and they were out-kited in the fight. Elder Titan is already level 11. There's almost no way that they can run into him. And the Morphling, burning his Lincoln's Treads Aquila, you're never gonna win that fight.
And if we actually ever get to see an Ethereal Blade for burning this natural order, it's going to allow that nuking combo to be so much more powerful. Great combo there from Vici Gaming, and that kill on the puck will be able to complete an Orchid now for the Invoker.
That was so crucial for Fnatic to just get that Aegis and get out. What would have happened after that, Cap, is you go 5 men. Frontline Mushi, force Vici to eventually take the fight, or at least fight on your own terms, but with that being gone, Vici's feeling a lot more comfortable. They know in a straight 5-on-5 engagement, they've built up enough of a gold lead and can probably take a fight comfortably. And because Burning is so farmed and he has so much mobility, he's not worried at all. And that's the biggest thing that this Morphling has over the percent. Mobility aspect.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry so much about the lone druid. The disables of the Shadow Shaman are still going to be a little bit annoying for him, but he's still at least got a Lincoln to help with that. Vici Gaming, they seem to have kind of countered Fnatic at every single turn. They stopped some of those early tier 1 tower pushes, and as you said, the fight at Roshan, that was going to be Fnatic's next opportunity to be able to take control of this game, but because Aegis, they now have to wait for some other kind of opportunity. Pick off, maybe some smoke rotation, maybe even wait so long as the next Roshan. Fnatic are going for a 3-man smoke and entry into the Radiant jungle, but it's just burning there. He kind of knows. He's going to sit way back behind this tier 1 tower. He knows that his allies are playing aggressively right now in top lane, and they don't see anybody. Nor is anybody mid. Feels pretty obvious that jungle's being invaded.
It's like we always talk about. The information matters just as much. They don't find anybody, then they know. Fenrir is going to get caught out and 100% go down.
Yeah, Fenrir is going to be the one who tanks the gank. And there is going to be a turnaround, though. They already got the Orchid on the mid one. The Tornado is going to set up into that Elder Titan ultimate, but it doesn't even matter. The Orchid kills him first. They can get a little bit more, though. Super does not have Tornado for another 15 seconds, but he can get something else. He's going to invoke Cold Snap, see if he can get in range of net. Doesn't look like it's... I mean, he's going to be diving in really deep if he wants this kill on net. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Not even close, but still, the fact that they were able to get a puck that was forced to smoke with the rest of his team, on top of, you only lose your Earth Spirit for that. Yeah, he's longer than the puck. But still a really good trade.
Yeah. Kind of like this Elder Titan use of the Ether Lens, being able to pick up an early Arcane Boots and naturally transition that into that item. It's going to be a super long-range Earth Splitter now.
Warp already has Ghost Scepter. You're going to have to deal with them.
Yeah, and they're going to have maxed out Natural Order in a second soon. Flame Super, well, nice Winter's Curse, that's a beauty. That's going to be able to stop, ooh, good follow-up stun, Fenrir falls right on in, going to be able to create a great ultimate with a Silence onto 2. This is almost finishing off Mushi in Ohio by himself, but they need a little bit more damage, and Fenrir is now caught between the Bear and the Serpent Wards. FY is going to be hit by the Dream Coil, so no way out there either. Despite the excellent combination between the two supports, they just didn't have the follow-up damage to really execute cores of Fnatic, and now Super May even dies. He's being run down by the Chen, but DJ completely out of mana. This does offer more opportunities for Burning to push out the bottom lane, but good win there from Fnatic. Mushi just being a bit too tanky and able to stay alive and get those heals off.
Could have almost been a disaster for Fnatic, but they turn around, they do get the 2 kills. Order not probably okay for you in the long run. Burning, though, down the tier 2 during that, he's just racking up solo experience. Always has to play in the back of his mind. You have to play the pace of this game faster if you're Fnatic now. You don't really have the best way to deal with this morph. Grab something like a 22-minute F-Blade plus the Lincolns. He's just going to blow up one of your heroes immediately, then you take the 5-4v5 against... You have so much farm on all of the board.
One? Jesus. Trying to chase him down.
Going for... He's got 1400 gold. The Henamitis.
Off on ice. They spring that trap. Pretty good play by Fnatic, but it's not going to be a major kill, that's for sure. Still burning, that's going to be the biggest threat, and he's rapidly on his way to the...
I would like to see the info.
For more right-click damage.
Cool build too. I know he's going to go to Midas like that, but... He could kill Mushi then. I don't know if you could kill Mushi with just the Orchid Plus. At some point he doesn't have to rely on this.
You know who can kill Mushi? I think once he has that Ethereal Blade on Morphling, he can actually challenge Necrophos, who's supposed to be like just the way you build them and the way you try and play him is that you should be trying to tank up so you could survive through these nukes. But I'm really feeling this natural order combination with Morphling is just...
See though how the next fight goes.
Yeah. They're also going to get Veil on Fenrir.
At some point, yeah. He's already picked up the null toss, and there's almost no other reason.
Yeah.
You're not going to go something like... All at top right now, Burning is telling everybody, guys, wait, just...
It's like, Ice, you going to complete a full pipe this cloak, or is it just value?
Cloak is... Summer Cape isn't bad, pipe is pretty good against the Necro. Helps everybody think up quite a bit. Summer Cape owns Necro though.
Yeah, it really does. Long animation to that Reaper side. Plenty of opportunity to get off that active on whoever's being targeted.
Burning is now online. No reason for him not to fight now.
And now the big difference is like Fnatic always have a win opportunity with an Necrophos, right? It does become more and more difficult, but if you can get that kind of execution Reaper site, and Vici Gaming still have to play careful when they're pushing into Fnatic.
They do, but right now everybody in this game, eyes are on the Morphling. Vici's like, okay, spent all this time making space for you. They've done such a good job of taking away pressure. This isn't just Burning farming or anything like that. This is Burning had a lot of space created for him. Pop half them. They've given him the tier 2 tower, bottom to farm out. Awesome support tier there, but all been trade for them overall. Go for the 4-man smoke. They bring the ET clone along too. Burning's just going to continue to farm, and this team is going to be back up behind them. Gaming classic.
Wrap around and catch Ohio here as he tries to make his way through the jungle. He does get the immediate Savage Roar, but there's still the Winter's Curse laid out by FY that's going to control him up and set up his allies to be able to pop Ohio. And Fnatic, they don't even get close to that one. They know it was a lost cause.
Kind of messed up a little bit there, though. Burning uses shotgun on air when it was in the Winter's Curse. Really dealt 0 damage. On top of that, Fenrir got a little bit antsy and he thought there was going to be
able to jump away from that one. The tier 2 tower will be taken by Vici. Fnatic don't have an opportunity to fight with their lone druid down. Trying to split push. They should really wait on Mushi's BKB. It's going to be next one. One of the next big power items for.
What I meant, by the way, by like the thing is see them go for the smoke into lane mid or into the mid behind their safe laner, and they just try to play around it because they know the enemy team knows that you're grouped up behind it, but want to just try to one near. And Morphling is the perfect hero for that. Go right now. You got a 4-staff, like I said, on the Invoker. Ices. Money for it if that's what he wanted to do.
I mean, between, like, the Glimmer Cape's such a good counter to Necrophos, but at the same time, there's a lot of AoE magic damage that... consideration.
Kind of agree. Glimmer, because... Glimmer yourself in and then... middle of a bunch of heroes.
He doesn't need that, though. He's got the Ether Lens. Throw out that Astral Spirit so far.
Happy about it. Necro BKB. Jonas just respawned. You can look at the lone Druid farm. Bear's got Radiance. 800 gold. Really good farmer, actually. About what Ohio's been able to do. Net worth. Even ahead of the Invoker. Midas.
Still is a bit perhaps more Necrophos. I guess he's got BKB. Maybe they can actually take a fight.
And to take a fight. Going for straight up pushes a little bit too different. Fair bottom is gonna go. Mushi, or not Mushi, Burning's already got 3,500 gold again.
Where do you go from here? Do you go like the Manta build, or
Gaudi's a
you like yeah, statting up with Gaudi?
Statting up, pretty good.
Well, Fnatic, they need to be able to go for that Roshan pit. Vici Gaming will take it if Fnatic don't post a fight around that area. Roshan's already down to 3,500 HP. Mid-1 is going to be able to get the reveal, though. To get the sounds off, Burning's quite low, actually, and is going to have to morph to strength here. That means the shotgun, its effectiveness is going to be really limited.
Stunned.
He's going to be stunned up as well, but a good interception there from Ice. A beautiful clap by him. He'll be able to follow that up with a good ultimate onto Mushi in Ohio. That damage is completely reversed by Vici. They actually dropped the wards inside of the Roshan pit here, and they're going to try and quickly take this Aegis before Vici Gaming had the opportunity to be able to respond. Mid-1's just harassing them back. Roshan is going to be going down in a second here. Looks like they're going to try and pick up Mushi in return. They almost finish him off with the Orchid and will be able to with the Silence. Fenrir gets a nice kick out onto DJ, and Elder Titan running in with his clap. He's going to be able to get the stomp onto Ohio as well as his bear. The rest of Vici Gaming, though, not able to respond fast enough, it looks like. There's the kick from Fenrir, stalling up Ohio even further. He's still got the slow to be able to hit him, and Super finally gets here with his Force Staff. Deafening Blast forward. They will be able to kill the bear as well as the Lone Druid hero. That's going to be it for Fenrir in this fight. Super's got to play this careful. He's down at half HP as well. But Ohio, he does not have another resummon, so much of the net worth of Fnatic is completely irrelevant. And they will try and back away from this engagement for now.
Finally makes his grand arrival, but the replicate that he originally had in the fight immediately got bursted down. So he was waiting in the base the entire time. Pretty much nothing. He could have started making his way over, but replicate goes down. He's going to go for the BKB and might just prompt Vici to get for the high ground. They know that their Morphling is so hard to fight into, and it's a 10-second BKB. Fnatic have already expended the Mass Serpent wards. The puck does have the Dream Coil available, but he also messed up, I think. He used the Reaper Scythe on the Lincoln's Morphling. I think he was hoping that somebody on his team had popped it already. Yeah. I don't know if you blame Mushi there, 'cause it might have just been miscommunication. Probably told DJ. Something on him.
Yeah. Cast Penitence, cast Test of Faith.
Yeah,
Either one of those abilities are in.
What did he eat?
He still has that value cloak. He's just holding on.
That value cloak in his inventory for so long.
Yeah.
I figured if he was going to buy something. I'm out already.
The 5-man smoke from Fnatic, they actually are in a decent position to be able to get this fight, but the smoke has already popped, and now Ice is throwing out his image. The tornado is going to go down. The stomp followed up, but the BKB activated by Mushi, but still burning. His physical damage is ripping through Mushi so quickly. Fortunately, the Earth Splitter did not catch Mushi, but Super's going to town on the left-hand side. He's already taken out the Shadow Shaman. The Lone Druid Bear goes down. Burning is able to get the rundown as the BKB runs out eventually on the Necrophos, and he shotguns him away. And now we'll be able to get Chrissy as well. Tries to hide himself. Tier 2.
Ohio is like
not going to do anything.
Hiding in the corner over here. Please do not spot me.
Will be able to get away, so Fnatic keep 2 of their cores alive, but a nasty fight, as that was their 5-man smoke. That was supposed to be one of their fights to really take, but their initiation did not get hold. Super with an excellent tornado to lead things off.
Burning was way too big. When it came 1-1, he zoned out the Necro entirely out of that fight, and that's the worst possible thing that can happen. Because they need this hero to be in the middle of everybody spamming out his nukes, creating a general amount of chaos for Lone Druid.
Yeah, that's what the BKB really allows you to do, right? Is Burning is able to play forward with the BKB active against that Necrophos and just play a physical damage game.
No, it's a really good idea. I think Mushi 100% had Blink Up, but he was also getting sent back by the Chen, and I don't think he thought he was going to get shotgunned by Burning. He might have thought it was on cooldown. But I was wondering, okay, you can blink out now, Mushi, be okay. But felt like he was just min-maxing things a little bit too much.
Mid-1 is trying to catch somebody here. His Blink Dagger is up, Dream Coil as well. They'll be able to get FY, it looks like. Turn around, Winter's Curse. Not sure if they're going to save FY at all, though. Super throws out the Tornado. And they will be able to pop him. Reaper Scythe is going to be utilized. 80-sec death timer on the Winter Wyvern. Still, Vici Gaming, they lost their least important hero. And they've got a plethora of items coming in. They've completed the pipe that we were talking about for so long on Elder Titan is finally here. So they've got that as well as the Glimmer Cape on Winter Wyvern. So tons of counters. The Necrophos. They have a full up Ags now for Super's Invoker.
A Blink Dagger on the Morphling. So we can keep up with the Necro.
Oh, and the Veil. So, what kind of reduction is that? Because Natural Order, base resistant reduction, 33%. And then you throw the Veil in there, an amp of 25%. It's actually insane magic damage that could come from that shotgun.
Really unpleasant for a Fnatic to fight into right now. That Roche fight, like it was going to go somewhat okay because they were able to sneak it. Since then, it's pretty much been all Vici. 3 racks at 32 minutes without the help of an Aegis, which is pretty rare in this day and age.
Pretty late Aghanims coming in for the Chen around 35 minutes, and probably not going to change the tempo of this game. You're the one in control, you're the one pushing into the enemy. The Ags can be quite significant on Chen. Here, I feel like it's going to
been a good month for really good harvest, you know. Corn is there.
And Net. It's going to be blown up completely. BKB activated, and Net's able to get off his Serpent Warren. Still going to be silenced up afterwards, so no follow disables. Mushi's going to be the next target of the right clicks of Burning. He's got to play careful, though. His BKB is running out, and Mushi has that Reaper Scythe ready to go. Nice Sunstrike, but a blink away by Mushi at the right time. A kick. Going to catch Mushi there on the side. Ice trying to come in with his Astral Spirit. If he can run down somebody with a Stomp.
They're so afraid of the Morphling that they just keep Glimmer Caping anybody that's low. They've been doing a good job, though, preventing him from getting on top of people. Fight conceivably should have just been really won by Vici, because Burning can take down one hero by himself, but that's just been on top of things, man. This guy never dies. The squishiest guy in the world. He's got 4 armor and 900. He never dies. 3 deaths in a game against a Morphling and a Invoker. Gotta be careful.
X away on the Replicant. Still, though, Burning's able to play the frontline hero. It's a little bit of morph to strength, and the Alacrity making up for some of the damage lost.
Thunder Blast is just brutal. It's so hard for them to hold high ground without their... These heroes aren't meant to hold high ground.
Jump in from mid-1, but immediately the Winter's Curse is laid out onto him. They're going to try and combo it up with a Stomp and try and pop it afterwards with the Orchid. He does manage to get off the Yule Scepter, though. There's going to be an element of counterplay, but he's completely out of mana. Burning's down to half HP. They do have Mushi on the front lines ready to go with the Reaper Scythe, but Burning is just way too much HP as he goes full strength. And now Fnatic, they're going to be forced into buyback to try and keep this fight somehow in hand, but it's just too late. Vici Gaming managed to keep every single hero healthy and take out 3 on the side of Fnatic, 4 actually with the buyback. Lane of Brax goes down, and Fnatic, that is Catalyst called G.
This game, after the early game went as it did, you never just want to say the caster it's over, but Vici did such a good job of countering Fnatic's movements. I know the score and the way that the game looks is super anticlimactic, but from my perspective, it's an interesting game for Vici to play. They understood the mistakes that they made in the first game. They said, okay, we really messed up. Shouldn't be losing. Made constant adjustments to wherever the Chen went. Chen was almost completely phased out of the game, whereas in game 1 he was the reason they won.
I think that this was really a showcase of the most cognitive counter